Hey guys, it's Rose, and in today's video I will be sharing with y'all 5 things I recommend you bring to the hospital when having scoliosis surgery, and 5 things that I did not use personally when I was in the hospital after surgery and things like that. I have gotten this video recommended. I've asked for like suggestions on my Instagram account earlier this week, so I just wanted to kind of help with sharing my tips and what I used at the hospital and what I didn't use, just to help you guys out in case you may be having scoliosis surgery upcoming. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright y'all, so the first thing I'm going to go over is the 5 things that I recommend you might want to bring. This is just my personal experience and my tips. Everything is up to you as of what you want to bring, things like that. But I have another video where I talk about things to bring for scoliosis surgery, so I tried to make this video a little bit different so I'm not saying the same things over again in this video. But what I have is just to bring some like fleece pajamas or some fleece pajama pants, and maybe just like a big t-shirt that's a little bit too big for you, just so it's loose and that way you can get it on a little bit easier with some help. But these pajama pants are elastic, so you don't have to like tie them with like the string at the waist or anything. They're just elastic and kind of easy to get on with some help. Every time I changed or, you know, things like that, a little bit after the surgery, I did have to have help, especially at the hospital. So these are just fleece pajama, Christmas snowman pajama pants. But in my other video, I just told you guys that I just brought like regular button-up pajamas, and I kind of actually put that shirt on backwards, so that way in the back I could have it buttoned or unbuttoned there, so that way like if the nurse had to come check my back or the bandage, that it would just be easier with the buttons and to unbutton it from the back instead of having it on like the normal way. So the second thing that I highly recommend you guys bringing is just some bedroom shoes, and I actually just have like these by me, but these are not exactly the ones I wore to the hospital. But they're just really easy to slip on, and if you have someone like a parent or a nurse standing by, they can help you. But flip-flops I wouldn't really recommend bringing. Just some bedroom shoes, like some slippers that have grip on the bottom. That way, you know, it's just kind of easy to get on, ready to go walk in the hallway or walk to the bathroom or whatever you need to do. But these are just kind of some regular bedroom shoes, an example. And then when I got home, I just wore these like slip-on ones. That way I wouldn't have to have help all the time. But I actually definitely use my bedroom shoes a lot at the hospital, because every time I wanted to get up or whatever, I didn't have my socks on, I could wear some bedroom shoes. So flip-flops I wouldn't recommend bringing, just because it might somehow have like a tripping scare to it. Like, you do not want to trip whatsoever. So with some good bedroom shoes on, you won't have to worry about that. And just any kind of shoe, like a tennis shoe or I don't know, like a sandal with a strap, that's just, you know, not exactly what you need. You just need to get some good bedroom shoes, because if you have those types of shoes, that's okay. If that's, you know, whatever, totally up to you. But you're just definitely going to probably need an extra hand getting that on, because I could not get my shoes on at all by myself. So the third thing is just some pillows and blankets. I know I mentioned this in my other video talking about stuff to bring, but definitely just bring some blankets. So that way on the way home, if you need one, or maybe it makes you feel a little bit more at home while you're in the hospital. And just lots of pillows. Here's just like a plain pillow. And I know like at the hospital, you'll use those pillows most likely, unless you bring your own, but definitely bring some for the car ride on the way back to your house, because leaving the hospital, I used a lot of pillows, as I said in my other video talking about this, because you just have to get comfortable in the car and stuff. And I actually had one on under my arm, things like that. So the next thing, the fourth thing is, if you would like to, I don't know, I didn't use this personally at the hospital, but when I got home, I used it a lot. But I would recommend bringing, I actually did bring one to the hospital. I'm going to move this pillow real quick, but I actually did bring one to the hospital with me, a house coat, but I didn't use it because I was in my hospital gown most of the time. But here's just an example of like a regular house coat. like I said, I used this a lot when I got home because whenever I got out of like a shower or if I was cold, it was just really easy to put on by myself. And sometimes I tied it like how it has like the little tie thing on the side that goes through the little side loops right here, but sometimes I didn't. And if you want to, I would recommend getting one with like pockets, just in case, you know, keeps your hands warm if you're just sitting down, or, you know, you can put whatever you need in it. But yeah, so also I want to mention this. If you go to the hospital and you would like to bring some chapstick, I know I've heard a lot of people say they use chapstick in the hospital a lot. I think I did too. I can't exactly remember. But you could stick some chapstick in this pocket, like when you're at home from the hospital and things like that. And then the fifth thing for the 5 things to bring to the hospital is just any like hygiene products that you think you may need. I did say this again in my last video, but I'm going to say it again because it's definitely really important to not forget to bring that stuff, because you know, you may feel like you are able to shower if you're allowed to. I didn't. I waited till I got home, but this is the face wash that I've been using. So I actually did bring some face wash to the hospital and some like makeup remover wipes and stuff like that, just to help clean my face, even though I didn't wear makeup. But honestly, I never used them. But you know, I can't say that for other people, because whatever you're allowed to do, like, you may feel like you're up for doing it. So now we're going to go on to the 5 things that I really didn't personally use, and I guess I wouldn't recommend bringing either, because just from my experience, I didn't use these things. But again, totally up to you, whatever you feel like is best, and whatever you need to bring. Now, some of these things I did bring, but I didn't use, so that's why I'm saying you may not want to bring it. But again, totally up to you, your preference. So okay, so the first thing that I would just say don't worry about bringing is like any kind of makeup or anything, you know, like that. Just things that like aren't really like a need to bring, but you still may want to bring it. Like, I know I wanted to bring mascara, but I was like, you know what, probably not going to end up using it. So yeah, but anyway, I did bring some mascara because I wanted to put some on, but I ended up not doing that. So makeup isn't anything to worry about. You're in the hospital, you're having a surgery, so I wouldn't worry about any of that to bring. I didn't use any of it, so all I use is like chapstick and lotion. So the second thing is any like undergarments. I know I did bring some, and girls, you know what I mean by this, but like, I mean, you can bring it in case you think you might need to use it, but for me, I did not use it. You know what you need to bring, and you know what you'll probably most likely use, but things with like undergarments for shirts or tank tops, things like that, I didn't wear up in the hospital. The third thing that I would recommend not really bringing is just like any kind of like tights or leggings, or, you know, anything like that that's super tight or not tight, but like super hard to kind of get on, like leggings. It's not going to be something that you can do like on your own, or anything, any kind of loose, like a loose dress or like a loose pair of pants, sweatpants, things like that are some good things to bring and easy to get on with some assistance. The fourth thing is, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my list here. Sorry, my family are all in the living room just talking and playing and all that stuff, so in case you hear that, that's what that is. But the fourth thing I have down is like nothing that you have to like tie up. So like any pants that you might have to like tie up or zip up or button up, like jeans, anything, none of that stuff. Like, girl, all you need is some pajama pants, loose gown, nightgowns, things like that. And just loose shirts, you know, anything, just basically like some, I guess, Saturday morning clothes. Like, you know, it's just kind of like whatever, throw it on. Loose pajamas, loose clothes, you know, t-shirts, things like that. Nothing like that. And I'm telling you guys this because for me, I like overpacked and I brought stuff that I didn't even use and things like that. So I would recommend doing that because like when you get there, most likely you'll have to stay a few days, and I did that, stayed from a Thursday to a Sunday, and there was so much stuff in that suitcase. We had like 4 bags, and it was just a lot to carry, and my mom came with me, so she had to like carry on all of the stuff. I could not help her, so just try to think what you need and minimize the best you can, and just not like overpack and stuff, because once you get there, I stayed in my hospital gown most of the time until the day I left. So yeah, just think it through before you pack. And the last thing that I want to talk about that I didn't use or I didn't bring, I did bring a color book, y'all. I did bring a coloring book and a journal, but I did not use either of them. I slept a lot of the time at the hospital, or I sat up in a chair, or I did physical therapy, things like that. Like, I was kind of busy unless I wasn't sleeping. I was like going to the bathroom, you know, eating, things like that. So I wouldn't recommend bringing like any, like a computer or any like games or like a movie. If you feel like you might be up for watching a movie, in my room, I did have a TV, so that's totally optional, and just, it's up to you. Like, for me, I didn't bring any games, or a computer, because I just didn't feel like I would be up for doing that, and I brought a color book and some movies instead, so in case I did feel up for doing something, I had a movie I could watch, or, you know, coloring book or things like that. And my mom was with me, so when I was awake, I was just talking to my mom and things like that. So I didn't really need to bring a lot of activity-wise things to do, because it just wasn't really necessary for me. But if you want to bring movies, a laptop, or you know, like a crossword puzzle book or a coloring book or whatever, that's totally up to you guys. I'm not telling you what to bring or what not to bring. I'm just telling you guys what I didn't use and what my recommendations would be from my personal experience. So that's basically all I have for this video, and I really hope you guys learned some tips and learned a few things. I just am really passionate about helping other people throughout their journey, and I know surgery was a big deal for me, and it was a lot to go through and like recover from, so I just want to share my experience with y'all to help you guys out. If you have any questions, you can leave those down in the comments below, and also if you'd like, you can follow me on my Instagram account. I hope to see you guys soon, and if I don't have another video up by Christmas, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year, and I will hopefully have a video up before Christmas comes, but we'll see. So anyways, y'all, I'll see you later. Bye.